hast du uns Theorien schreibst.
Dieses Mal unterschreiben wir so, habe ich noch nie gemacht.
Sehr gut. So Lukas, warte mal, ich muss das Fenster zu.
Sonst fliegen die Flugzeuge noch einer.
Genau. So Lukas, do you remember when you have been here the last time?
The last time it was TEDx Pannonia, maybe?
Yeah.
Or
1.5 years ago.
Or the electro car with Thomas Albitz, I think. This was the last.
So the last interview was?
The last interview was with Philip and Philip.
2 years ago? 3 years ago?
2 years, yeah, 2 years ago.
What has happened in the meantime?
A lot of things. Bergaffe, more focus in what we are doing and where is the right place, what we really like to be and to do. And also I learned that the people which around us, they gave us every day the usabilities and the possibilities to do different things for me and for them. And it's every time a challenge, but there are good challenges, and I think it's not all about going around the world. There are so much things in front of your home yard, and sometimes this is the place where you have to do something great, and you find there are more people sometimes than in big cities,
So
and more sense. Maybe you didn't know that your neighbors or you didn't know all the things about your place, what happens there the last 500 years, or so there are a lot of stories where you can do things and not talk about things. Doing that's the.
So at the moment, what are you most passionate about?
Find the speed and the tempo, what is good for you and for your ideas and visions. That's really important, and more focus on the smaller steps, but after every step you need something in your hands and not big air buildings.
So what was the biggest learning result out of Bergaffe so far?
It's not every time the money which can help you out. It's sometimes the big learning is starting, but you need a right direction, a right target where you would like be with the team, and this is the important thing.
So how did you feel during the Kickstarter campaign?
Kickstarter for Austria is a really difficult situation, because the startup scene knows Kickstarter, but the classic environment didn't know that, and so you have to talk a lot about what you're doing and what's the message behind crowdfunding. And I think we have some examples which are not in the startup communities. They did it right. For example, Sonnentor oder Sonnenerde oder Waldviertler Schuhe. And I think that's more the situation what is better for Austria, for startups in Austria to do real things and produce something. That's what we need for our environment and for our people, because we don't have jobs for the main people of us. We have great ideas and big exits, but that's a great party, but what comes after the party? So we need more possibilities, more chances, and for every people, not just in Silicon Valley.
So you do a lot of regional development. Why?
Because every people or every human comes from a place, and there's every time a story, and I like it to talk about my place because I know there are a lot of details, and I see there things and situations happen, because I was not every time here in the country, but I studied in England, and there you have the differences between the places, and that opens some perspectives for doing things, follow your feeling, and then you find your place where you can do great things.
How do you explain your grandparents what you're doing?
All things what I created, or what I'm creating at the moment, which are touchable, are things that they understand. When I talk about apps or some weird business constructions, Lukas, you will know what you do, but no, it's. I think it's really important to do the smaller steps, but they with 20% and get 80% out of it, output.
So what is the best feedback you have received during the last months?
The best feedback, we did something in Carinthia, which was not happened before, and we give the other peoples and the community there more substance, more place, and more perfect harmony to start the idea, and the possibilities are better, and that's, I think, if the feedback comes from people, they create things, and that's the best feedback, I think.
What fuels your creativity?
The creativity, find every day the balance between creating hobbies and things what you like, and don't mess up with every day just the problems which are penetrate from newspapers and TV. That's really the bad thing for creativity.
What would you like to achieve with your work?
Some results. Every day need a touchable result, or a next serious step.
For example, how does it look like?
When you know after a day that you designed or created something what you can bring in the next day in a real prototype, for example 3D printing or in a workshop wherever, then there you have a feeling it's right, and it's no problem when you work 10 or 12 hours for this step. But when we work just weeks on communication and discussions about what we can and if what happens when, and that gives you not the feeling that you're successful or you're on the right way. So creating things, I think every startup should do something what is touchable, and the apps are a nice feature for something when you have created a process or object or product, and then it gives the app a sense, more sustainable sense. And a sustainable startup for me is when I can give some people a job. They don't have the highest graduation, so I can give a chance for all different peoples, from the simplest work to the complicatest.
Mm.
That's a sustainable and right startup for me.
What inspires you?
A lot of old products, technologies, nature, because there's every time a balance, especially in nature. Bionic design, that's our right things, what we have to focus more, and details in the environment. That's inspiration.
What is one of your next dreams?
A lot of dreams, a lot of work to do, but focus you must. So the next dreams, we created with Bürger something what gives a new possibility for the sport and activities in your free time and business. And we did it through a step. It's a prototype, and my visions are every time to go further with the idea, bring it to a real prototype, and find the right partners to let it fly. And that's really important for my visions and ideas. And then I have to learn a lot of things about when it's the right time for the ideas, and then the possibilities are coming every day, and so the right things come together, and it's easy going then. And my vision, the next step, mobility, and
to develop ideas and dreams.
I think it's not important which environment you're surrounded. I think every environment there's something what you can find, what you can inspire you, and we have everywhere people which are have the idea and the power to bring something to success. So just doing and not talking.
Thank you.
You're welcome.